Hey, my name is Dwayne, and this is my GED Intermediate Math series. This is Lesson 6, which is on reading and writing in decimals. Essentially, essentially what we're talking about today is decimal place values. So you probably already know this, but a decimal that's like the point in a number. So for example, if we have 789.324, that point is our decimal point. We've talked before about how each place value has a name, right? So in this number right here, 789.324, the 7 is in the hundreds place. And what that means is that we have 7 100ths, aka we've got 700. That 7 sort of means 700. The 8 is in the tens place, which means we've got 8 tens, which is 80. The 9 is in the ones place, which just means we've got 9 ones, aka 9. The same is true for decimal place values. Each one has a name and each one has a corresponding value, right? So the first decimal place to the right of the decimal point is called our, actually let me show you here, it's a little cleaner. The first place value to the right of the decimal point is called our tenths. And whatever's in the tenths is really, it's a number times 1/10. I'll show you what I mean in a second. But the second place value to the right of our decimal point is the hundredths, and then we have the thousandths. After the thousandths, we get the 10,000ths, the 100,000ths, and then the millionths. And then we get the 10 millionths, 100 millionths, billionths, and so on and so forth. So where our whole numbers, which means all of our digits to the left of the decimal point, go ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions. Our decimal points to the right, or our place values to the right of the decimal point, go tenths, hundreds, thousands, tenths, hundreds, millions, tens, hundreds, billions, right? Cool. So when we're talking about place values when we're talking about decimal place values, let's look again at 789.324. That 3 is in the tenths place, which means we've got 3 1/10ths. 3 times 1/10 is 3/10. So that 3 actually means 3/10. The 2 is in the hundreds place, which means we had 2 100ths, aka 200ths. 2 over 100. And then that 4 is in the thousands place value, which means it's 4 times 1 over 1,000, aka 4 over 1,000. Right? That's actually the bulk of this lesson. We did not spend a lot of time on this in class. It's really just you have to learn the names of the place values. And here's why. The GED test could ask you a question like this. What is the digit in the hundredths place of 465.923? And so your job is to know that the hundredths place is the second place value to the right of the decimal. So in this case, the second digit to the right of the decimal is that 2. So, so our answer is going to be A2. Okay, if we look at number 5, a man translated the number 35 and 200ths into the standard form, which means written out form. The standard form is like the number form, as 35.200. Explain what he did wrong and what the correct number in standard form should be. 35.200. If we were to write that out, or if we were to say that out, it would be 35 and 2/10ths, because that 2 is in the tenths place. However, the number that we wanted to translate was 35 and 200ths. So this man mixed up his place values. He meant to write the 2 in the hundredths place, and instead he wrote it in the tenths place. So the actual number in standard form would be 35.02. Cool. Excellent. So I think that was actually the bulk of this lesson. Pretty quick and easy. We completed the independent practice and the lesson review in class, and there was an additional handout that we took a look at. But that was it. If you have any questions, let me know in class, or I can get you some IXL lessons. But other than that, thanks for watching.